March 2026 is bringing one of the most interesting gaming lineups we've seen in a long time. From open-world RPG adventures like Crimson Desert to tactical shooters like Marathon, story games, anime RPGs, and multiplayer chaos. Some games might become legendary, some might disappear fast. So today we're looking at the biggest games coming in March 2026. Let's go! Marathon. Marathon is a first-person PvP extraction shooter built around survival tension. You drop into a map with other players and AI enemies. The goal is simple: collect valuable loot, survive combat, and extract safely. If you die, you lose everything you collected. The combat is tactical. Positioning matters more than rushing. Weapons include assault rifles, SMGs, sniper rifles, and gadgets that help you control fights. There is no open-world exploration. Instead, the game uses carefully designed competitive maps that create high-pressure situations. This game is not for casual players. If you like stressful, skill-based shooting, Marathon might be interesting. Release: March 5th, 2026. Ghost of Yōtei Legends. Ghost of Yōtei Legends is a free co-op action. DLC focused on samurai combat. You team up with other players and complete mission-based challenges. Combat is third-person melee-focused, mixing sword attacks, dodging, and special abilities. The gameplay is designed around teamwork rather than solo open-world roaming. Exploration is limited because this is a multiplayer mode, not a full-story expansion. Since it's free, expectations are reasonable. If developers add new enemies, mechanics, or missions, players will stay interested longer. Free content is always good, but only if it feels meaningful. Release: March 10th, 2026. Toxic Commando. Toxic Commando is a first-person co-op zombie shooter that focuses on chaos action. You play with friends fighting waves of monsters using powerful weapons, explosives, and heavy firepower. The game does not focus on story depth or open-world exploration. Instead, it prioritizes fun arcade shooting gameplay. Think destruction, explosions, and survival combat, rather than strategic realism. The developers are trying to make a game you can play casually with friends after work or school. Sometimes simple gameplay is better than complicated systems. Release: March 12th, 2026. The 7 Deadly Sins. Origin: 7 Deadly Sins. Origin is an open-world anime action, RPG. You explore fantasy kingdoms, complete quests, fight enemies, and level up characters. Combat is flashy and cinematic. You can use melee combos, magic abilities, and sometimes switch characters during battle. The world is designed for exploration with towns, wilderness zones, and story missions. Anime games usually fail when gameplay becomes repetitive, so the main challenge here is making combat feel deep enough to keep players engaged. If they balance story, exploration, and combat, this could be a big hit. Release: March 16th, 2026. Mouse: PI for Hire. Mouse: PI for Hire stands out because of its 1930s cartoon noir art style. The game is a first-person shooter where you play as a detective character, solving problems with guns. The world is not open exploration. Instead, it uses level-based missions. Combat is classic FPS shooting, using period-style weapons like Tommy guns and pistols. The black-and-white jazz atmosphere is the main selling point. If gameplay is tight, this could become a cult favorite, even if it doesn't become a mainstream blockbuster. Release: March 19th, 2026. Crimson Desert. Crimson Desert is one of the biggest open-world action RPG projects of 2026. The game features third-person combat with swords, heavy weapons, and ranged attacks. You explore a massive fantasy continent filled with towns, deserts, forests, and large battlefield zones. Boss fights are cinematic and very large-scale. The biggest question is performance and gameplay feel. If combat is smooth and world activities are interesting, this could compete with top RPG franchises. But if the world feels empty, hype could drop quickly. Release: March 19th, 2026, WWE 2K26. WWE 2K26 is a sports wrestling simulation game. Matches happen inside arenas. You fight using grapples, counters, and signature wrestling moves. There is no open-world exploration. Players mostly care about three things: smooth gameplay, stable online multiplayer, and career mode quality. Previous WWE games sometimes suffered from bugs, so this release needs polish more than new features. Release: March 2026. Fate Trigger. Fate Trigger is a first-person tactical hero shooter. Gameplay combines precision shooting with character abilities. Matches are played on competitive maps rather than open-world environments. This genre is very competitive because games like this depend heavily on balance and matchmaking quality. If the developers support esports and maintain updates, the game may survive long-term. Release: March 2026. Life is Strange. Reunion: Life is Strange. Reunion is a story-driven adventure game. There is no combat system. The gameplay focuses on dialogue, emotional storytelling, and player decisions. Your choices can change character relationships and story outcomes. This type of game depends heavily on writing quality. If the story feels natural and characters are believable, players will remember it. Release: March 26th, 2026. Overwatch Classic. Overwatch Classic is a multiplayer hero shooter event. It brings back early gameplay style with 6 versus 6 team fights. Players use character abilities to fight in arena maps. There is no open world. This is mostly nostalgia marketing. Sometimes old gameplay chaos is more fun than modern balance systems. Release: March 2026. And that's the March 2026 gaming lineup. Some games are huge open worlds. Some are competitive shooters, some are story-driven experiences. The real winner will be decided by gameplay, performance, and player feedback. So, tell me in comments, which March 2026 game are you most excited for? And don't forget to like the video if you want more gaming updates. See you in the next one.